it's Wes
and Chanda,
and welcome to DinkLife.
We are outside of the Palace of Versailles, which is about a 30 to 35 minute train ride outside of Paris, and we are going to go in there and check it out. We're going to take you along with us. Just a couple of things to note before we go in. We bought these tickets off of Klook, so I'm not sure how much they were.
I don't remember. I want to say it was like around 60 a person or something.
Okay. And we got a guided tour with it. Now, we decided to break off from the tour group pretty early, like basically once we got here. We're just not tour group people. We like to sort of explore things on our own and do things on our own time. But if you're a tour group person, it seemed like a pretty nice tour. I mean, there was only maybe like 10 of us. It wasn't a huge group.
Yeah. I was going to say you might be able to get in cheaper. I don't know what the price is normally. It might be cheaper if you don't do the Klook thing, but...
I don't know, but also note that did not come with transportation. So when you get to the train station, you have to buy yourself a train ticket unless you have... We bought a weekly pass to travel around on their version of the metro and trains here, so that was included in our price. But if you don't have that, you have to buy a separate train ticket.
Yeah, and I was gonna say you do. I think this is all the way out in Zone 5, so you do whatever you need. You're gonna have to have transportation at least to Zone 5 here.
Right. I think this is the last train stop, so it's the furthest you could go on that train. Yep. The other thing that we should note, which we didn't really pay attention to, is we had a timed ticket entry. So our ticket was at 1:30, or is at 1:30, I should say. It's not even 1:30 yet. And we got here at like 10:30 this morning. Like, that's what time the tour group left. So we're kind of actually glad that we broke away from the tour, because I'm not sure, and it was pouring down rain, so I'm not sure what we would have done for 3 hours until we could get into the palace.
I think they were going to take us to the garden first, but it was pouring rain, and there was no way we were walking around the garden for 3 hours.
Right. And there are a couple of restaurants in there, but we did kind of go and scope them out. They don't look great. So what we did was we walked back into town. So if you get out of the train station and you go left as soon as you leave the train station, there's a whole little town over there. And it's lovely. And we ate at a place called La Torquay. It was Italian food, and it was tiny, but it was delicious.
Yeah, it was really good.
I just want to give them a shout out because it was amazing. And my watch told me it was exactly a 10-minute walk from here, so it's not far at all.
No, and the prices were really reasonable. I mean, our pasta dishes were only 20 a piece.
And we split a salad, and I had a glass of wine, and Wes had a beer, and the total was like 70.
Yeah.
So that's not bad. I mean, everything was fresh, too. It's not like at home, right?
Yeah.
So definitely recommend, if you have a time on your ticket that is later in the day, go eat in town.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shops too, and there's a lot of touristy stuff too if you want souvenirs in there too.
Right, but I recommend not eating here, just based on what we saw. It doesn't look so great. So that's basically what we've been doing since we got here. The weather has cleared up a little, which is great. So now we're going to go in and check things out and take you along with us.
And our ticket does say to get in line 15 minutes before our timed entry.
Right. So whatever your timed entry is, you can get in line 15 minutes early, and the line is pretty long. So I recommend taking full advantage of that, because we were waiting in it earlier just because we didn't know about the timed entry, and it like wrapped around one whole time. So it was pretty crazy. Just be wary. This place is going to be extremely busy. If you are not into it's worse than Disney, I think.
Yeah, it's pretty busy.
It was crazy. So if you're not into that kind of thing, maybe.
And I would say there also is free public restrooms in here too if you need to go to the bathroom.
Yes, the nice thing is that you can walk onto the grounds and into a couple of the buildings without a ticket.
Yeah. So I think you can do the gardens too without the ticket too.
Yeah, you can do the gardens, you can visit the gift shop, you can eat, which again, wouldn't recommend. But you can do a bunch of those things too without having a ticket, or if you get here early, you can do those things ahead of time. We just didn't do it because the weather was horrible when we first got here. But like we said, it's cleared up a little. So now we're going to go in and see what kind of trouble we can get into.
And here's the train station by the Palace of Versailles. That's the town hall up there.
In case you can't read the name of the train station, it's Gare de Versailles, Chateau Rive Gauche.
And then you just go up there and you make a left by the town hall, and it runs right into Versailles. And that is the town hall right there. And that is the town hall. Now we're walking up towards Versailles. And here we are waiting to cross the street. There you go, it's Louis XIV. And there is the fancy entrance. And here's kind of the shot of the line that you gotta get it in to get inside. And here's a picture of the map. Just so you know, the restaurant's on the right and the cafeteria is on the left. And the toilets are right here too.
There you go.
And just so you know, there's two lines, A and B. And B's for the tours, which we broke off of, and A's for the general tickets. And we made it in. That is quite a disaster to get in here.
Okay, so we finally made it into the grounds. Our ticket was at 1:30. You can get in line 15 minutes before your ticketed time. So we were in line at exactly 1:15, and it is now 2:15. That's right, 2:15. It was insane getting in here. They bottleneck everybody into one metal detector and one bag scanner. It is absolutely ridiculous.
It's poorly done.
It's very poorly done. And me being me, I mean, I have a little bit of patience, but man, that irritated the hell out of me. If you have a scheduled ticket time, you get people in the door. You figure out how to do it. Or you don't let as many people in. There is definitely a better way to do it, but we are literally an hour after the time that we got into line. So I'm not even sure how much it's backed up now for the people who have tickets after we do.
Yeah, because you're just wasting people's time.
Exactly, you're wasting people's time. People paid quite a bit. I mean, I think we paid what, 60 euros a piece to get in here, something like that. It's not okay. It's not acceptable to do that. So they've got to figure out a better system. I mean, I guess they don't, because people are paying it and they're coming here anyway, but it's like a one and done, you know, for me, because I would never come back and waste my time like that again, even though we've seen nothing yet. They've already wasted like an hour of my time. So I'm not super happy about that, but we're going to go see what's happening and take a look around.
I would also say none of the staff was very friendly.
No, that was the other thing too. We waited in line for 45 minutes past our ticket time, and then when we finally did get up to the door, the guy was like, go, 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 go. And it was like, dude, I've been standing in line for 45 minutes. Don't rush me now.
They're very rude, very rude.
Not good. Not good. Not a good start to this tour.
Here's a shot inside the main courtyard here. And it is pretty cool. They got the horse from the Olympics right over there, which I'll go check out next. And there it is, the horse from the Olympics. Very impressive. You can see all kind of the mechanical parts of it. And here's the other side of the horse. Got some statues in here. And they do pack way too many people in here. It's a madhouse in here.
That's not okay.
We're heading up. This room has a little breathing room inside it. Lots of portraits. So many portraits. Fancy desk. More and more portraits. Yeah, I know. So far, we don't really find these rooms super impressive. We'll see. I'm sure we're gonna get to something. Now, this is more of an impressive room. Here's a shot of just some of the insane crowds just to look in one little room here. Now, this is an impressive room. Got lots of actors up in here too. Nobody wants to view the horse butts over here. But then here's another massive painting. More impressive rooms. This room's pretty crazy too. Yeah. More impressive ceilings. And we made it to the Hall of Mirrors. See a little bit of the fountain out there. This room is gigantic. It is crazy.
And like you have to go for a gate just to get into bed. You see?
Yeah. It's like a stage.
It is.
Fancy clown. A big, huge rug.
That is a big rug.
And then impressive ceilings again. We're heading back down. And now we're in a gallery of horse photos. That's a silly horse. That's a very fancy globe. Like how they got the little fake candles up in there. Is that like a bed or a deep couch?
Like a day bed.
Hmm. And this room has the lowest ceiling we've run into. Yeah, I feel like a lot of the rooms are very similar. Yeah, I know. Ooh, this room has like a little pipe piano thing in it. That thing's cool. Very scary sculptures in here. There's a little monkey. The sculptures in this room are kind of creepy. Mm-hmm. These little models are neat. And here's the gift shop on the bottom level. And here's the map of the gardens. Now we're at the back, gonna check out the gardens a little bit. The gardens are very massive.
I mean, it's pretty impressive.
Shot from the other side of the gardens. Very impressive. Big set of stairs. This is a very massive fountain. These gardens are crazy how big they are. It goes all the way back to that thing way back there. It's a big fountain. Lobster on a sword. Here's the other side of the gardens. I was showing Chanda, it's wild. The morning suggested route only takes an hour and 30 minutes, and the afternoon route takes 2 hours and 30 minutes. And you can rent a golf cart because this place is so big and drive around.
All right, everybody. So we have just finished up walking around part of
Not much of it.
the gardens outside of the back of Versailles, and it is absolutely stunning back here. It's beautiful, but it is huge. When you get the map, sorry. There's a morning walking tour, which takes an hour and a half, and an afternoon walking tour, which takes a mere 2 hours and 30 minutes of your time. I mean, it's absolutely beautiful back here. And I mean, if we hadn't already been going for 10 days straight,
Yeah.
and it wasn't 4 o'clock in the afternoon, we probably would try to do more of it. But it is absolutely beautiful back here. And I have to say, for me, even better than the inside.
Yeah, me too. Way more impressive than the house.
I mean, the inside was lovely, but they crammed so many people in there, and you're just kind of like trying to shove your way through people and just get in there to get a picture that you almost can't enjoy yourself because there's too many people around. And for me, personally, that's not enjoyable.
Nah, and a lot of the rooms are kind of the same thing over and over and over again.
I mean, it is lovely to look at,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. It's like we don't really have anything
No.
comparable to this in the States.
No,
like
no,
nothing.
no, nothing.
But the gardens are just something else entirely.
I've never seen a garden this big.
No, it's just, you look out and you go, where does it end? Like, it's totally amazing. And Wes did get some video of it, so hopefully you can enjoy some of that. But I'm trying to think whether I should say it was worth the money. Woo! My head's about to blow away.
It's very windy right now.
Yes. I don't know. I mean, I think if you're a person that can handle this kind of crowd level, then go ahead and do it.
Yeah, and who knows, maybe there's a slower time of the year. Right now while we're here, it's super busy.
It's crazy. Like, seriously, I wasn't kidding when I said it's like worse than Disney. The inside is just so bad you can't barely even move.
Yeah, and then the bathroom situation's terrible too. There's only like 2 stalls for men, at least at the bathroom, the one outside. And I had to wait in line for like almost 15 minutes for the men's restroom.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. And there were men going into the women's restroom, if you can believe that. So yeah, they really just need to get a handle on the crowd situation here. And like Wes said, maybe there's a better time of year to come. I don't know. You know, if you do some research, or maybe you could put a thing in the comments below, a tip in the comments if you know a better time to come here. But it's the middle of October and you can't move.
Yeah.
You cannot move in there. And that's not okay. For the money that you pay to get in here, you should be able to enjoy yourself and take your time and stop and take pictures. And for us, we just felt like we were kind of rushing through it because we were trying not to get trampled.
Yeah.
Outside, though, in the gardens, it's lovely.
I was going to say, I think if you didn't even want to go in the house, it's only $12 to look at the gardens.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, that part's cool then. I would definitely say do that. Because the gardens alone are worth it.
Yeah.
And there's not much of a line
You can
to get
spend like
there.
half a day in the gardens.
Absolutely. It's so stunning back here. But just remember, as always, whatever you decide to do, just get out there and do it.